Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Your Conestoga Today, the show where we celebrate stories that inspire, connect, and build a vibrant community. I'm your host, Mamuzo Wonkaro. Now, think about this for a moment. When you look back at the most memorable moments of your life, what comes to mind? A photo? A video clip that captures that beautiful experience you want to keep frozen in time? Well, that's the power of photography, the ability to tell stories without words. Today, I am delighted to welcome an artist, a storyteller, and the brilliant eye behind the lens of our Conestoga convocation ceremonies. She's the one who captures the joy, the happy tears, and the pride of our graduates, those priceless moments that live on forever. But that's not all about Julia. She does fascinating work in a hospital setting where her camera becomes a tool for healing and hope. I can't wait to unpack her incredible journey and the magic she brings to every click of the shutter. Now, this episode is going to open your eyes to the artistry of capturing life's most beautiful moments. And as Elliot Enwit says, the whole point of taking pictures is so that you don't have to explain things with words. Julia Maier, it's good to have you on the show.
So great to be here.
I must commend you. This outfit is given.
Thank
You look absolutely stunning.
Appreciate it.
Oh, good. First, how do you feel sitting on the street? Normally, it's you behind the cameras, but now it's you in front of the camera.
Yeah.
What's that feeling like?
Truthfully, I'm struggling a little bit.
Not you, Julia. Not you. You are the joy of the moment always.
Thank you. No, I just, I always love holding the camera and, like you said, just capturing moments. And it's kind of a safe place, but here I am.
Okay,
Yeah.
now I won't get you too uncomfortable, I promise.
Yes,
All right?
of course.
Now, you have this amazing gift for capturing moments that feel so alive. I have seen you when you hold your cameras and how you get to prep your clients to take the right pose.
Yeah.
I love it. But at what point did you realize that this is my thing and I'm going to throw my heart into it?
Oh, wow. Okay. That's a great question. And I think for me, it started as a child. And it might sound a little bit strange, but I remember as a little girl, I remember a specific moment when I was sitting on the floor in our kitchen, and my mom had been quite sick at the time, and I remember turning my head to the room where she was resting, and I thought, I want to capture this moment, and I looked, and I went click with my eyes. I
Oh,
literally just took a picture like that. And so as a little kid, I started doing that. Whenever there was like moments, something I wanted to cherish or remember, I would take a little picture and put it in my mind and remember it. So honestly, that's kind of like the first time I was like, wow, imagery is important to me. So yeah,
your eyes were the lens.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That's such an interesting perspective.
Mhm.
When you're photographing an event as emotional and
Yes.
as significant as the convocation ceremony, this high energy, great vibe.
Yes.
How do you aim to capture, or
Oh.
what do you aim to capture in those moments?
It is honestly, it's such a privilege to be a part of that event. Convocations, it's beautiful. And you're right, like there's so much going on from like students first arriving, and I can see the nerves a little bit and the excitement. And when they greet fellow like students they haven't seen in a little while. So
Mhm.
right off the bat, that's an awesome opportunity to just get that embrace, that excitement. Um, yeah, there's a lot. One of my absolute favorite moments of convocation is when the graduate, comes off the stage. And when they see alumni standing there cheering them on as they come off, I those images for me are so powerful. There's just it's so authentic, it's so real and beautiful, and oftentimes you'll see an embrace. The student comes off, the faculty members so excited to see them, and actually that's probably one of my most joyous moments to
And I
capture.
agree, your creative cues during convocation, it's always something that I look forward to be honest, because it's unique, it's engaging. But how do you deal with people who are camera shy, who are reserved,
Yeah.
who don't want to be in a photo? What do you do to get them comfortable and to shine in your pictures?
That's a really great question too. I think the biggest thing is I always think of the camera as like a secondary like tool. I think the most important thing is making a human connection first. So if all of a sudden I were to go up and take a camera and just point it at someone and zoom in and take a picture, if they're already uncomfortable, it's going to make things a lot worse. So for me, I always try to make a little bit of an interaction first. Congratulate them on graduating. Ask them which program that they recently completed, and engage them that way. There's a comfort level that's built, and then I can snap away. So
Is it possible for us to take a look into your camera, or maybe our camera
yes.
or our screen now, and then show us some of those photos that really, held for you or became an unforgettable moments that you really captured? Can we go through some clips and then show us some pictures? Okay,
Absolutely.
so let's do this. Let's zoom into your camera or our camera right now.
I'm going to use your camera.
Okay, we have a
It's all
couple of
set up.
pictures,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, and then we can also use the screen if you like us to go on our Instagram page to show them some of those photos there. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll just come over here and so we have a couple of pictures from convocation. This was the convocation we just recently did.
Yeah.
And then you can see here.
And
These are your photos.
yeah.
Right?
It's so funny. I remember the moments and the people, and even being in the community. You wouldn't believe, I'll just be like at a store and then I see someone, I'm like, I've taken your picture before. Conestoga Convocation.
Oh,
Yes,
you have such great
so
memory.
Oh my word. I have a number of stories that way, but it's wonderful. Yeah. Wonderful to see them. Oh yeah.
So let me know when you see a photo that stands out for you.
Okay. These ones are kind of more the group shots, the excitement. Oh, the family. I love that too. So many stories. Okay.
And then let's see. Okay, sorry, this is the wrong photo. Let's click on this one here, and then another photo.
Okay. Yes, the fun. Yeah, I think just the excitement again. These are friends, family. I remember. Yep. Oh, yeah. It's the smile. I don't know.
I'll tell you one photo that stood out for me.
Which one?
We were in the lobby.
Okay.
And I was trying to interview the faculty. And we started dancing, and you came right in and said, you know what? Do it this way, do it that way. And when I stopped the photo, I was like, oh my God, she made us look so gorgeous.
But it was such a moment, right? Like, I think I was probably further down the hallway, and then I heard this laughter. Laughter always gets me. When I hear laughter, I am running to that spot to say, let's capture that moment, right? Because it's so beautiful and genuine. And I remember that moment as well. And I just loved how the faculty were, right? Like they were just being real.
They threw the legs off, in their red gowns. It was so beautiful to see. Okay, great.
The camaraderie between them. It's so much fun to capture. Like some days I'm kind of like, is this my job? Like, how fun is this to really be able to just capture moments like this and interactions? It's so incredibly special. And convocation hits on them all, right?
Yeah.
From like, I remember once even this young little boy who's probably 8 or 9, and his mom walked across the stage and he was like, that's my mom. Like it was so she's coming around and walking, back to her seat. I just said, come, let's get a picture. So I took their phone because I want to make sure they had the picture to remember it. But just how he embraced his mom. And when she sat down, I said, wow, you are just so proud of your mom, aren't you? And I couldn't believe it. He's like, my mom has worked so hard.
Aww,
and it was
touching.
he's like, I am so proud of her. And I was like, it's moments like that where I'm like, this is so special.
Golden.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
And just to hear that, that's my mom. It was awesome. So, yeah.
And just a while ago, you're talking about how important it is to capture this moment.
Yeah.
But I like to say this to you. Sometimes, is it as much as the quality of the photo, versus just, capturing that moment, the experience? Do you strike a balance between, I need to provide or produce rather a high quality photo versus capturing the moment?
Okay. I don't know, because I usually have my settings. I know the light. I'm kind of prepared technically to capture those moments, so I don't worry about it as much. And if anything, honestly, I just it's always about the moment for me.
Yeah.
You know, and I've also learned with photography, this is going to sound a little weird. Sometimes the moment is putting the camera down.
Oh.
It's not always having it up. And it depends on that moment and what is happening in that interaction. And that's more related to my missions work and what I've done abroad, that there's sometimes situations where you have to set it down and really be fully invested in what that person is experiencing or going through, or maybe you have to be there for them in that moment. So capturing a picture, even though it would be a very fascinating picture and maybe like, yeah, it's not maybe appropriate, or you just want to be more cognizant of what they are going through. And it's not about, oh, I want this picture, this is going to be amazing. You know, so.
I'm glad you brought this up.
Yeah.
And can you imagine how many selfies are taken every day globally?
Oh my word. I can't even.
Between 90 to 93 million selfies are taken every day globally.
Wow.
You sit in a meeting and people are,
Yeah.
they're in church. Everywhere they've got the phones on and they're clicking on every single thing. Someone had an accident. Rather than take them to the hospital, you're clicking and clicking and clicking.
Yeah.
For God's sakes! So I'm glad you mentioned that
Yes.
there's time for everything, and it's sort of true that we need to begin to pay attention to when to capture those moments
Yes.
and when to savor that moment by just looking or listening
That's
or
right.
taking an action, making a phone call.
Hey, maybe that's when sometimes you just do it like I did as a kid. You just do a little click and you remember it that way. Right?
Exactly.
She does that.
So beautifully said.
You just kind of, yeah, exactly. You know what? And you brought up an interesting point there too. I had an opportunity to travel to a number of different countries, pre-COVID mostly. But that was one thing, whenever I would travel, I would just see people in different locations, and it was always like click, 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 getting maybe the monuments or the different architecture behind them in these pictures. And yet I'm like, guys, you're missing out because of the people that live here. And just like, they're so like self-focused with stuff, but it's like really, why don't you really look outward and really experience the country that you're in and the people that are there? And just, yeah, it is a challenge. I don't want to be judgy. Like, I do have a selfie stick, everyone. But actually, I don't really use it for that as much. It is awesome for especially landscape photography. I put it on there, gives different angles, whatever else. But yeah. So having pictures in places to remember, beautiful, but don't let it take away from the experience.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you. And now we're going to have our first engagement exercise.
Okay.
I'm going to read out to you 3 photography meets. They're sometimes they will just think that these things are true, but who am I to say if they're true or not when I do have a pro like you here? So your job for me is to do a quick fix or a pro tip. You could demonstrate to us if you choose to, or you could just say in words what you think about that.
Yeah.
So now, and then if actually the phrase I read out to you is a myth, or if it's not, you could say that as well. So low light ruins pictures. What do you think about that?
Low light ruins pictures?
Yes.
Okay.
All the time?
Light is very important with photography.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's kind of everything. I prefer like a natural light. So right now in the studio, this is great. We have all this lighting. You need this. But if I was to take a picture right now, I'd probably shut off all these lights and I would go over to this window.
Ooh,
and I would
that feeling. Look at that feeling.
and I
warmth.
would take a picture and I would use this natural light that's coming in here. It's so wonderful and beautiful. And I think it would capture just the essence of you in a portrait. It would be beautiful. So it's being aware of the light, like maybe low light if you're trying to convey a certain message or a feel through the picture, it will be effective, right? But yeah, you need some light. So but you also have to be like, where are you using the picture after?
Exactly.
If it's really low light, you're going to have a lot of probably pixelation just because the ISO, like techie terms, whatever, it's going to be a lot higher. And so, yeah, like you have to be aware. Is it something personal? Is it for a client? But it's trickier to deal with. For me, bottom line, I love the light. I look for the light. And I kind of require quite a bit of it when I'm taking pictures.
I love that. And it's actually purpose driven. So what's the purpose behind the picture? That determines
Yes.
how you manipulate your life.
Yes, exactly.
Great.
Yeah.
Now, megapixels affect print size, not quality.
Yes. Yes. Print size, you're right. I always think of that as well, right? Like I have a very high-end camera and it's able to capture a lot of megapixels, and so therefore if I'm doing work for like the hospital and they needed to enlarge a picture that I'd taken for a banner or something else, I have that because of the quality of picture and the megapixels. I couldn't show up necessarily with my cell phone and be like, hey, and they enlarge it, it won't have the same quality. But hey, you can do a lot of wonderful things with cell phones as well. And that's kind of how I really got into this, was more of it was a point and shoot. It was a 2 megapixel. It was such a small camera. My first workshop, I went to, I'll never forget, I borrowed my brother's little Nikon 2 megapixel camera and I showed up and I'm like, yo. Everyone had these big SLR telephone lenses. I did feel a little embarrassed, but at the same time, I'm like, I learned so much. And what I learned in that situation was about composition, right? And so, yeah, these pictures definitely weren't the same quality as with an SLR camera, but they were still pretty good for a little 2 megapixel camera.
That's good enough.
There you go.
That's great. Now, professional quality photos require high-end gear.
Yes.
You somewhat spoke to that already, but let's hear your thoughts.
Yes, I do believe that. Like, I mean, I was joking with someone the other day, actually. Yesterday, I was at a photo shoot. I was taking pictures for Guelph General Hospital, and they were having 150 years celebration. And, they needed the pictures right away. So they wanted me to take them and then send them so they could do a social media post. And at first, when I went through the pictures, I'm like, I really could have taken these with my cell phone and sent it to them for their social media posts. But obviously, like with quality, if they want to use them for other events, whatever else, yes, I will shoot with that. Yes, for sure.
High-end. Okay. Now, haven't answered those 3 questions. Thank you, by the way. Well spoken. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Can you please show us, I mean, for those of us who are a little laid back with these cameras, can you show us what could be possible? How do we capture a beautiful portrait? And I could be a model for free. No charges attached.
So nice. All right. So I guess this is the camera here in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, this is interesting. I guess.
Where's the first step?
Okay. So right off the bat, the biggest thing is, again, connection. And what I find with people in particular is they are their own worst critic. Like, it's so difficult when I'm doing headshots, for example.
Yeah.
So I get, the person in there, the lighting, whatever else. And then they're like, I hate taking my picture or getting my picture taken. So, and then they start to point out all their flaws.
I've got a big high
Oh my
cheekbones.
goodness. Yeah.
Got a big nose.
Yeah. So that right off the bat is really, you have to overcome that. And for me, I will say that every picture, whenever I hold up a camera and I just take a picture of somebody, when I look through this lens, my thought is, I don't know why it just makes me emotional. Sorry. There is no one else in this whole world like you.
Oh, let's get some face. Let's get some t-shirts.
I didn't think I'd, but you're so special.
Yeah.
There's no one else. How many billions of people live in this world? And I get to take your photo. It's so special. And I'm very thankful for that opportunity. And so I tell them that. I'm like, listen, this is amazing. Don't worry. It'll be fine. As long as it doesn't. I'm just very, very grateful for that. And, when we have that conversation and then I'm able to point out like what I see and the beauty in them, something changes. And it's almost like they start to believe it, which is wonderful. So if we're here right now and I'm just looking at you, first of all, you're looking amazing.
Thank you.
All right, let me just see here. I gotta turn it on. All right, so if I'm looking here right now, Oh, I need to see more of your beautiful eyes. So
Okay.
if you could just kind of,
Come on
do
here.
that. And then, just because you work here with the TV station, what I might do is I'm going to move right over here. Can you just shift for me to speak? I
Okay.
want to get a bit of a pop of color. Oh, that's perfect.
Lovely.
Okay. Oh, looking great. So nice. Very nice. Okay, let's just, oh, we got some excitement. Woohoo! Work it, girl. That's right. That's great. So what I'm looking for here is I'll be looking at the background. Is there, in the way I was sitting before, I can just do that again. It was just, let me see here. I mean, the lighting, you're gorgeous, but you kind of come to life when I switch over here. Yeah,
Oh.
there's the lighting's a bit better. I might change the orientation. The red boots kind of pop with the logo behind you. And I see more of that gorgeous smile in that face. Okay. And how are you feeling? Are you pretty comfortable?
Very
Oh,
comfortable.
yeah, that
And I can
camera
change my style if you like.
it loves you, girl. So yeah, I would just kind of do that. Again, look around. So I am focused on you as a portrait, but I am looking at the environment around you as well. And what really brings your eyes to light, right? I want to get that catch light. I want to be able to get those two beautiful white kind of highlights in there, and it just makes a world of difference as well in the photos. Is that
Woo,
okay?
hoo, hoo, hoo,
That-
hoo. Masterclass 101 by the Pro Photographer. I hope you made notes so you can refer to them later.
Yeah, and the thing is to just, if you do have a passion for photography, just do it. Don't wait. Like, I don't have enough education. I don't know how to do this. Enough. You know what? If you have a passion, let's just say that with anything. You
Yes.
just go for it.
Go for it.
Go for it, because there's something in you that has a desire to pursue that, and things will just come together. They honestly will. So another thing that I do when I take pictures, because again, it can be nervous. You're right in front of a camera. I'm a little nervous right now, right? But it's a neat little trick I've learned. Often if people have pets or animals, or like if I ask if they have children, I get to know them a little bit. Say the name. Say the name of your pet dog or whatever else, your animal, your fur baby,
Yeah.
or your child or whoever else, someone you love. And when they say the name of someone they love, changes. It changes their face. It's like, it's beautiful. And I've noticed that so much. And I'm actually with convocations with some students when I'm taking their pictures, and I can sense, some of the maybe award winners, or they're a little nervous in front of the camera. I can't believe the number of students who have said their parents, their mom or their dad. And it's so special. And I see the love. I see it come back. It comes through their eyes. It reflects. And I also, in those moments, I think about, wow, so many of these students are away from family. They have traveled so far to be here, to be at Conestoga College. And what the work, just what they put into this, what a special moment. And in that time too, they are reflecting on their family, their parents, and I see it. I see it in their eyes. So what was your question? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, can I
The
let you
tears starting to
know
come, but
that you served us more than we asked for, and we're so grateful of the gift of you.
thank you.
It's reflecting in how you speak about your work, that you're truly immersed in this.
Yeah.
This is not just a profession for you; it's a passion.
Absolutely.
Perhaps a mission too.
Yeah.
You embody all of this. I appreciate you, Julia.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much. And I think the bottom line is just love. Like, I really love people. And I'm so thankful for each and every day that I get to live and be here on this earth, and to be able to capture everything from convocations to weddings, which are stressful. That's my least favorite, to some of the work that I have been doing with local hospitals here in the area, and Hamilton Health Services. Like, it's so funny because for me, like, I avoid hospitals like anything. Like, I do not like them. The women in my family have all been nurses. Me, no thank you. Like, I can't do
Two
that.
different paths.
But it's so funny how I'm being drawn into kind of that sector, that area. And I think the big thing is the people that I work with at the hospital, they really want to show the compassion that is between the doctors, the nurses, the technicians, and the patients. It's such a time that can be so stressful for people, so difficult. And it's such an honor to be able to capture those interactions and then have those little quiet moments when I'm leaving or I see the patient to just, honestly, for me, a little prayer, even if it's just in my head, something where I'm just, it's going to be okay, right? Like you're in the right hands. So it's I'm very, very thankful.
You already answered my next question. I was going to say, let's talk about your work at the hospital. And I was wondering how, your work intersects with, I don't know if you provide medical care in any sort of way.
Oh, no.
Do you deal with healing and hope, or it's just about pictures and that's
It's about pictures.
Yes.
It truly is. But again, it's so quick how relationships can form. So recently I had a photo shoot at Freeport Hospital, and we went into an area that was like for dementia patients. And wow, like family were in there, and I'm just trying to, again, like grasp what they're going through, right? To see a loved one in these conditions. So we went in there, I was taking pictures, got permissions from family members, and I saw a piano. And I was like, oh, wow, does anyone ever play this? And one of the nurses was like, oh, sometimes. She's like, do you know how to play? And I was like, I haven't played in a while, but sure, I can give it a try. So I sat down, and basically the one song I really know how to play, Canon, Pachelbel Canon.
Oh.
I started to play it. And then there was this young man sitting there, and he was there with his grandfather and his mother. And I think it gave him the courage to be able to sit down and play. Because I asked him, like, do you play? And I was like, come on, let's hear you play. So he sat down, we started playing. Oh man, why am I going to get emotional again? His grandfather, who had just been sitting there with a kind of his head down and not responsive, but with his daughter and then his grandson. As his grandson played, he just lifted his head.
Oh.
And it was such a special moment. So then when he was done playing, I said, quickly, come over, let's get a picture of your mom and your grandpa and you together. And I snapped that picture. And I was just thankful for that moment. Thankful that, he was able, his grandfather, something resonated with that music. So as we left and I'm running around to different areas of the hospital, I was like, why didn't I get her information? That maybe I could send her this picture, that this would be something special they could have as a family. So after the photo shoot, I ended up at Costco. I'm there quite a bit. No, this isn't a plug. I enjoy Costco. But anyways, but I'm in line checking out, and wouldn't you believe it? The lady is right there in front of me in line. And I said, I would really love to send you these pictures that I took of your dad and your son. And so I sent them to her. She was so grateful. And about a month later, she wrote me and said he had passed away. But she was so, so grateful for those pictures. And for me, that's what it's all about. Bottom line.
You're just as human as anyone else. And so you are reliving those moments. It's beautiful to see that you could even tell the stories the way you're telling them. So thank you again for sharing the depths of your heart.
I think too, though, like when I think about it sometimes, is I think some of the hardships and things that we all go through things in life, right? Stuff is going to happen. It's inevitable. But it's kind of like how we use that to grow from it. And for me, taking pictures of other people, it's so special. And it might be because of that moment when I was a little girl sitting on that kitchen floor and my mom passed away. And I don't have a lot of pictures from that time, but being able to capture these pictures and knowing that they will be cherished by family and friends and capture these times, like, it's literally the best. It's the best.
It's giving you what you could
Yeah.
not have received yourself.
Yeah.
So I like you for what you're doing. You're turning your pain into purpose.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Julia. And I knew when I met you during the convocation ceremony, I knew you were a lover of people. Yeah, I mean, the way you connect with people, the way you get them to smile and laugh, and it's beautiful to see the work you're doing. And it's making such a great impact.
I appreciate it. I mean, again, thankful for the opportunity. Conestoga, for me, it was so foundational in my own life. I completed the graphics program in like the year 2000. And I think a lot of the principles of design I can apply to my pictures as well. So when there's colors or repetition or just some of these elements, it definitely gave the foundation with the photography that I have is the graphics background as well. And, when I was doing a transition in my life, I was working as a graphic designer for a large corporation for a number of years. And I just realized one day when I was sitting in my cubicle, like, I'm not too happy anymore. Like, is this my life? I said it. My coworkers were like, "Oh, are you okay there, Julia? Like, pull yourself together." I'm like, I can't do this anymore. So I literally started calling local photographers. On my lunch break, wasn't using company time. Anyways, I called them like, I want to become a photographer. And there was one amazing photographer out of Cambridge, Nicola, and she got together with me. She just encouraged me. And I thought, you know what? I can make this leap. I can do this. And when I left my corporate job too, I was a little nervous of the unknown, right? Like, here I am pursuing a passion, but it's not going to pay the bills necessarily. It's going to take time to get there. And I ended up back here at the college at the Welcome Center. And I sat down and I spoke to somebody there who totally just encouraged me as well. And she knows who she is if she's watching. It's incredible. But it was just it gave me that confidence to kind of pursue this thing. And I was just so grateful for that with Conestoga. So it wasn't like I just graduated and that was it. See you later. Like, it was there for me again. And I was honored with an award a few years back, Alumni of Distinction, which initially when the email came into my I was like, is this junk mail? And so I didn't even respond. I'm like, why would someone spam me about an award? How rude. Anyways, but it wasn't. It was legit. And I was like, wow, thank you so much. So they had just recognized some of the work that I had done and some of the, I was just blown away. I didn't feel deserving. But again, very thankful that the college, I'm like, thanks. I graduated how many years ago and you're still, there when I need you and still connecting with me and honoring me with such a great award. So appreciative. And then it's led to then doing work with the college. So the college is now supporting as well my small business, which I'm so thankful for. And great opportunities. And it's just, I'm really, really thankful. Yeah.
And that's what we're about here. Let me brag a little more.
Okay.
Conestoga College.
Oh.
We're a community-centric college, so the journey doesn't stop when you finish your study here. We go on with you to ensure that you're becoming the person you've always wanted to become.
Absolutely.
So you've got supports, even as an alumni and even as a business owner.
Yeah.
So that's how we roll here at Conestoga.
Absolutely. And then also the network of people that you meet. Like, I'm so amazed. Everywhere I go, it's like there's a Conestoga grad, and it's just helped me then grow my network and have more photography opportunities as well. So really grateful.
Okay, great. So I'm going to ask you now, I'm going to share some photos with you and ask you to caption this. I know you, yes, let me just give you first the rules. So the rule is I'll share a photo with you and then you will caption it. So you could just share a short story, a line, a phrase that you can see through the photo. Is that okay?
I will try.
I know you will try and you do so well. So let's go back now to our Instagram page and let's see what photos we will share with you today. So let's go back to previous convocation. Okay, just give it a minute here. Mhm. Okay, yeah, this looks, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is like a
That's a video.
slideshow.
That's a slideshow.
Yeah, that's great too.
Okay,
Oh,
so
I love-
let's get a photo so that would be.
look at the excitement over here. I love this
Oh,
guy right here. Yeah, that's a good
Since you
one.
chose that one, so can you caption this? A phrase? What do you think will be
I don't do
appropriate?
too great in English.
Yeah, that's a joke.
I don't know. Joy, excitement. Like they're just, cheering each other on. Oh, I love that too. Like when they see fellow students going by and it's just, yeah, like they're pumped.
Mm-hmm.
Great words, eh?
And you're doing so well with it.
Thanks. I don't know how to caption this one either, but what I see here is someone who's probably, I mean, I don't know actually what to say. What's his
No, but if you remember when you said that some of them even reflect the hard work of
You
your
know what?
parents.
I remember him because I think he had a daughter and his wife, and I'm trying to think where they were from because we chatted afterwards at the reception. So that's kind of where my mind is going. And it just again, how proud his family was of him. Yeah, you can flick through some. I wonder. So yes, as well. Yeah, that was great. You know what? When he came up on stage, standing ovation.
Yes, I
Standing-
remember.
It was really
Mhm.
just powerful.
The room was cheering and
Yes.
celebrating.
Such a great young man. Aw. Yeah, I don't know. Just her and I having a moment. She's clapping away and she's happy, and I think she's a bit relieved. It looks like she already has her diploma there. So she's already in her Lear pipe, right? For she's a bit more relaxed. Oh, look at, yeah, she's just happy. She made it across and didn't trip. And no, just kidding. I love this too. Just a great smile, right?
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, I love what I think it was one of those popular photographers who said, "Pictures help you see."
Yes.
And I was thinking, what does seeing actually mean? Because I mean, I can see a picture, but just from what you've done now, I could see that you're seeing just beyond the image of the person, the portrait, and you're seeing what could be the experience here, what could be the moment here.
Yes.
So how does your mind play when you capture moments like this? Are you seeing beyond the moments, or how does your mind work?
Oh. Again, like, oh, look, I don't know. I'm curious to know her story. I want to know her more. I want to just, I hope I run into her at the reception again, where I can take her picture and maybe meet some of her family and friends and hear, the journeys. Oh my goodness. Some of the stories of people that have come from different countries. It's so powerful. Even when you're at convocation, I remember once too. There was a family and I started chatting with them. It was early in the morning as graduates were coming in and it was just, they had come all the way from, Cambodia. They had come from Cambodia for the actual ceremony. They were so proud of their son and brother because it was a sister and a mom that was there. And it was just like, wow. Wow, like how incredible is that? So it's beautiful, every part of it. And I will tell you, it is a long week. It is pretty exhausting.
I know.
So
sometimes Friday to the next Friday.
Yes, like it might be 6, sometimes with convocations, depends on how many are graduating, but it might be 6 days in shooting for like 12 hours. Like you're just roaming the whole time, taking pictures. And by the end of it, I am very exhausted. I often get a big callus that forms on this finger from holding my camera, snapping, but it's worth it for me in every way. Like for me personally as an experience, just to be a part of it and capturing it, but then the incredible people that I meet. And I've had people come up to me too randomly where they're like, "Hey, you took my picture at convocation. I have it here. I use it as my profile." Or I've had, stuff like that. Oh my word. I was at a nursing home and I had a friend who was going through, she was quite ill, but I was talking with the PSWs. And again, I said, where did you graduate from? Because I know Conestoga has a great program. And they're like, Conestoga. And I was like, oh, wow. When did you graduate? So they tell me. And then I'm like, I took pictures at that ceremony. And they were like, wow. Like the one was like, I never had one picture from it. I guess she didn't have family there, whatever else. So literally in that moment, it was her lucky day. I had my phone. I was able to look it up, the picture in Dropbox, and sent it to her immediately right there. She was
Wow, that's
so
huge.
happy. So can't always happen like that, but it's in those moments when it's meant to happen, and she needed it that day, and I was just really thankful that I could send that to her, so yeah, that's great.
We've had a great conversation, Julia. We've cried, we've shared deep stories, and you've shared your heart and passion for photography.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you again for being who you are. We've had a great conversation, people. I'm sure you're maybe shifting in your chair right now. And I want to quote again. It was Bernice Abbott who says, photography helps people to see. Now, ultimately, photography is not just about seeing, it's about understanding. Like we could hear from Julia, it reminds us that while moments pass, stories can be kept alive.
Yeah.
Now, today we're reminded that behind every photo is a story, a connection, or a moment that truly matters. A huge thank you to our incredible guest, Julia Maier, for sharing her journey and passion with us. And to you, our amazing audience, remember, Your Conestoga Today is a platform for real conversations and powerful stories that celebrates our community. So, if you love what we're doing here, this is your chance to partner with us. We're inviting sponsors and advertisers to join the CCD TV family. Let's tell stories together that resonate across southwestern Ontario and, of course, beyond Canada. And don't forget to follow us on all of our social media platforms at ccdtv.ca for behind-the-scenes moments, updates, and more inspiring content. Like, share, comment, and let's keep this conversation alive. Until next time, keep seeing the beauty in every moment because the best stories are always waiting to be captured. I'm your host, Mama Zawonker. Thank you for joining us today and have a great day.